Hello everyone, I'm Skratch. Welcome to the channel. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Welcome to the Monday kickoff, guys. As usual, we have everyone's favorite game mode starting tomorrow. And of course, together with it, we're gonna have some summoning events, which, my god, what a surprise. So let's have a quick look at what rewards we have. It's gonna be a PR CVC, guys, personal rewards back to back. A lot of you guys probably went all in last time, so seems like we're gonna have to do it again. Clan rewards, guys, tier 3, 4, 5, 6, as usual. We'll be getting a piece of reflex gear, and we're gonna get a couple of pieces from Savage, which is awesome. The more Savage, the better. And nothing else really changed in terms of the rewards, except the fact that we have no more Chaos Ores, no more XP barrels in here. They removed them. We had them just for that specific CVC. Unfortunate. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I made a video. I said, a starter champion for the next guaranteed legendary event. And of course, I had my group of haters coming in. This is a clickbait, Skratch. You have no idea what you're talking about. Well, seems like I tend to be pretty right with these things. And guess what, guys? We're gonna have a guaranteed event for one of the starter champions. Now, I'm gonna cover the 10x first. Then we're gonna talk about the champion. So, this Tuesday, March 28th, we're planning to launch a 10x event to summon the following champions from Ancient and Sacred Shards. One thing to keep in mind, guys, the chances for you to summon legendaries from Ancients, Sacreds, Voids, they remain the same. Very, very low chances, 0.5% to hit the 10x champion. You kind of need like an astronomical chance, okay? It's super low. You gotta get extremely lucky to get the 10x champion during an event like this. We have so many champions in the game, and it just seems like Plarium doesn't want to increase these chances 4 years later. It's definitely overdue. They really need to step it up a bit. But basically, the champions that we're going to have on the 10x, guys, is going to be no one else but Elva from the Sylvan Watchers faction. She's an amazing champion. You can use her in Arena, you can use her in PvE content, great for clan boss teams, just great for dungeons as a carry, and even for Arena she's actually very powerful because of the passive. With the A1, attacks one enemy, places a continuous heal buff for 2 turns on the ally with the lowest HP. With the A2, cleanses all allies, places block debuffs and an increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown, which is very, very nice. And the A3 revives the target ally with 40% HP, 50% turn meter, increased defense, and increased attack for 2 turns, which is definitely super solid. The passive heals each ally by 10% of their max HP at the start of their turn, places a perfect veil buff for 1 turn on the ally with the lowest HP at the end of this champion's turn. And this can be very helpful, for example, if you're trying to protect the Rotos, you're trying to protect the Nuker, either in offense, either in defense. It can definitely help you out. Plus, we have a speed aura for all battles, 19%, and just generally all around, she has a pretty solid stats, you know. The next champion that we have on the 10x, guys, is gonna be no one else but freaking Mighty Uko. Now, this champion is at the top of the Arena meta. Is super powerful for Hydra. This was a past fusion, and again, we really said that this champion will be special, and it turns out that it is a very special champion, mainly because it brings a lot of RNG to the fight in Arena, which I'm going to explain in a second. I've done a very detailed guide on how to build this champion for Arena, so if you're curious to check that out, I'm going to link it in the pinned comment so you guys can see it for yourself, what a beast of a champion Mighty Uko is. And just as an idea, check this out. So if I'm going to quickly go on my Discord, which if you're not in my Discord, the link is in the description. Make sure you guys join. We have tons of awesome people, and if you need help with anything, you're definitely gonna get it sorted. So if you're paying attention right here, at the moment, yeah, Marichka Taras is pretty much everywhere in the meta, but there are some Mighty Ukos being around, you know, like I personally use Mighty Uko today in my defense, for example. And how many we have here? Probably we only have like a couple. There we go, 1, 2, but this is top 20. And believe me, the lower you look, the more Mighty Ukos you're gonna find. The A1 attacks all enemies, has a chance to land decrease attack. The A2 strips buffs from the enemies, places block buffs, decrease accuracy. this champion on a stun set is extremely powerful. You have a revive and increased speed. The only complaint I have about Mighty Uko that is using this skill when you have no allies dead, you know, and it's very, very annoying because it's basically wasting the skill. And right here has a 50% chance to steal a random buff from a random enemy. And you have a speed aura for all battles, 20%. It's not very tanky as a champion. It has pretty good base speed, but this champion built in the right way is an absolute monster. I actually lost 2 freaking fights today on a team with Mighty Uko because that RNG on the champion was just nuts. Then, on Wednesday, guys, if I'm not mistaken, let me just pull my Discord back out and let me just quickly check the rest. So, yeah, and also, we're planning to launch a guaranteed champion event simultaneously with a 10x event. So the event will start tomorrow and will go on for 48 hours if I'm not mistaken. They're not specifying if it's gonna last till the end of CVC or it's only gonna be tomorrow. But guess who's gonna be a guaranteed legendary Supreme Kale, everyone's favorite. I'm happy that I got my Galek today from the champion chase. I'm not going for the Supreme Kale. I don't have the shards. I'm close to the Piri again. And I'm just waiting for that 10x Yumeko, praying to hit it. But Supreme Kale, again, I've done a very detailed guide on the champion. Feel free to check that. I really think he's very solid for progression. Not very useful in the end game. But we agree to disagree. Some of you guys might think it differently, but once you're gonna get the champion, you're gonna play it out and you're gonna get to kind of like make your own opinion on it. It's pretty solid. AoE attack, a chance to land weaken. You need no accuracy on the champion. AoE, you have poisons, increases the duration of all enemy debuffs by 1 turn. And here, increases accuracy, places decreased resistance. And again, you don't need any accuracy whatsoever. Now, you're gonna need exactly 110 Void Shards to get Supreme Kale as a guaranteed. I feel like this is kind of like their standard nowadays. They definitely bumped it up a bit. I feel like Raiho Bone Spear was at 90 Voids. I do think that Raiho is better overall than Kale, in my opinion. We had Turvold on 80 Void Shards, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna do a guide on Turvold today because he's an absolute beast. And we had other champions, which I kind of forgot the amount of shards, but it's pretty much similar with what KL has. 120, 110. The passive decreases each target's accuracy, crit rate, and crit damage by 3 for each poison debuff on them. This is great for bosses because if you're lowering their crit rate to 0%, they won't be able to crit you, and it's gonna be easier to keep your team alive, you know? Pretty good base stats. It does have the highest multipliers out of all the starter champions. Again, they really favor Kale all around, you know. But this is our guaranteed event, guys. And I'm curious, are you guys tempted to go for it? Do you have the shards saved up? I gave you a warning a few weeks ago. I'm not sure how many of you guys actually decided to save the shards. Since then, we had 2x voids, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's pretty hard to save shards nowadays. Constantly just getting different events. But that was all for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think Supreme Kale is worth 110 Void Shards? Are you tempted to go for it? You have the shards for it? Or you're just gonna skip it because you don't have the shards? But that was all for this video. Much love. Appreciate all of you guys watching. And I'll catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.